Welcome back to week 7 of building this one person business from scratch. If you watched last week's video, you know that I completely pivoted my offer. And this week I've been in the trenches getting these ads live. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what happened this week on launching this men's relationship offer. Because once you and I both master what I'm about to show you, you can literally sell anything online profitably. Day 1 was all about creating killer ad creatives. And here's the truth about marketing in 2025. The I don't know how to create good ads excuse is officially dead. I started the day helping a friend build a landing page, but then I dove headfirst into ad creation as that was the last piece of building this business before I could launch my offer. With AI tools like Midjourney, Ideogram, and ChatGPT, you can actually create amazing ad creatives that look like they cost thousands without knowing a damn thing about design. And I actually use Ideogram AI as my secret weapon. ChatGPT is pretty good at creating comic style ad creatives, but with Ideogram, you can create really realistic photos of people. So with good ideas and a bit of prompt engineering, you can actually create some really cool ad creatives. So after creating and running ads myself, here's what I found that actually works when it comes to creating ad creatives. Transformation visualizations, show the before after change your product creates. Pain point illustrations, make your audience feel seen. Dream outcome, show what is possible once someone has used your solution. And pattern interrupts, something unexpected that forces them to stop. The entire game now is to make someone stop scrolling. And here's what most people miss about Meta ads in 2025. Meta wants you to go broad with your targeting. Their AI algorithm is designed to help you find the right people to run ads to, so you just got to get out of its way. And to run ads effectively, you don't need to do laser sharp, fancy audience targeting. It's literally all about who can create the best ad creatives that make someone physically stop scrolling. For this offer, I created about 20 different concepts, not just variations, but completely different approaches, such as comic style illustrations, realistic images, question based hooks, benefit driven angles, and problem focused narratives. By the end of the day, I had about 5 to 6 solid but unedited ad creatives that I could potentially launch for this offer. But the one thing about advertising is you actually don't know which ad creatives are going to do well. Your gut instinct is often dead wrong. So days 2 and 3 was all about creating the ad copy and editing the ad creative so that everything was bulletproof to launch. I also spent a lot of time just making sure that my entire ad campaign was compliant with Meta's policies, because getting your ad account shut down is pretty much game over before you even start. But I'm not too worried because this niche is a men's relationship offer, so there's no weight loss or money making claims. I also realized I needed to connect my domain properly to Facebook, which was absolutely necessary for conversion campaigns, verified my pixel, which was firing on all pages, and set up my campaign structure. And because we're in the testing phase, I am using an ABO campaign, which is the ad set budget optimization. If you don't know what that means, then I suggest that you go back to week 3, I think, where I explain all the different campaign types. The short version is ABO gives more control over testing each creative because I can allocate budget at the ad set level. Once I find winners, I'll switch to CBO, which is campaign budget optimization, to let Meta's algorithm work its magic across the proven performers. Now, here's my exact strategy, and pay attention because this strategy is something that most gurus don't preach. The strategy for now is that I'm only selling the front end product. No order bumps, no upsells, none of that yet. And I'm pricing my front end product at around $15, which is cheap enough to be an impulse buy. I might split test $17 for the offer too, but keeping it under $20 is going to be best for the testing phase. So why am I using this approach? Well, I want to crack the hardest part first. Can I acquire customers profitably or at least break even just with one front end product? Most businesses usually try to start and rely on complex funnels to try and make their business profitable immediately. But if I can make my ad spend back by just selling a $15 product, then I have a golden offer, because then adding a $47 product is pure profit. And with this layout, the economics become dead simple. The front end covers the ad costs and the back end is all 100% profit margin. And whenever you click on an ad and someone's selling like a $10 to $15 product, this is literally what they're doing. That $10 to $15 product that you buy online is probably just breaking even for that business, but they're acquiring you as a customer. The real money happens after you're already a customer. I won't lie, between days 2 and 3, I was taking my time, but on Thursday night, I decided to pull the trigger. I originally planned to run the ads on the weekend, but I realized that I was actually ready to just launch them on Thursday night. And since my ad account is set to America's time, which is about 6 to 7 hours behind me, the campaign actually started at 6 a.m. on Friday for my time. And come Friday, so far I've spent $10. That's not enough to draw real conclusions, and this is where most people get it wrong. They judge the campaign in hours and not days. Meta needs time to learn, your pixel needs data, the algorithm needs to find patterns. This isn't instant, it's a machine learning process that requires data to learn. But there's one metric that I'm already excited about. My CPM, which was my cost per thousand impressions, was sitting at about $28. For context, when I was running my woman over 50 offer, I remember spending my first $10 and my CPM was sitting at around $70 to $80. And my CPM kept climbing to up to $200 because Meta considers that audience a premium audience. This $28 CPM signals that my ad costs should be sustainable with this men's relationship offer. As much as your CPM isn't the most important ad metric that you should be looking at, it is completely out of your control. You can create the most brilliant offer and have the best ads in history, but if your audience is just too expensive to reach, you're swimming upstream from day one. I also checked my click-through rate and it's sitting at about 1.9% right now. This isn't too bad as the cross-industry average is around 1 to 3%. So I'm already on the higher end of the CTR average, but I know I can push higher with better ad creatives. Unlike CPM, click-through rate is something I can control through testing. Right now, I'm only testing 3 different ad versions, but I'll likely test 15 to 20 before finding a winning ad. The people who claim that Facebook ads don't work usually test around 2 to 3 mediocre ads, spend $50, and quit before the algorithm had the chance to optimize. And for next week, I need to focus on the next steps of this offer. Right now, I need about 100 clicks to my landing page to get statistical meaningful data. And this is the minimum amount of clicks that I need before I can actually see what the data is telling me. Like I said before, Meta needs time to learn your pixel, find the right people, and optimize delivery. This process takes around 4 to 7 days minimum, and there's no shortcut around this learning phase unless you're willing to increase your ad spend. But right now, my main focus is finding an ad creative that converts and an offer that people actually want. I'm not worried about scaling yet or building any complex funnels. The only question that matters is, can I acquire customers at break even or profitable cost? And if I can achieve that goal by selling a $15 to $17 product, then phase 2 is adding that back end product like a $47 product that becomes pure profit. Like I said before, the front end product handles the acquisition costs while the back end generates the actual business income. And that is it for week 7. Next week, I'll share you both the ads and sales data, as well as if this campaign turns out wildly profitable or a complete failure. I will be sharing you the raw numbers, no sugarcoating, and no selective reporting. Just the unfiltered reality of building something from zero. And if it fails, that's also valuable data too. I'll just adjust, learn, and pivot with better information. This journey isn't about getting it perfect on the first try, it's just about having enough grit until something works. And if you found this video valuable on this transparent documentation, then I highly recommend you watch the previous videos if you haven't already. Also, drop a comment down below if you have any questions about this week's video or if you have any other relevant questions. I'll see you in the next video to share some potential sales data with you.